Alrighty, here we go. Hey there everybody, it's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Freebooters franchise here on Twitch. Today we're going to be entering game number 2 here in our first season with the new franchise, as we won in extra innings in the first game of the series. 3-1 the final score in 11 innings over the Hot Corners as we beat out rookie reliever Joseph Brosa with our right-handed specialist Grace Lupinovich, with the save locked down by, of course, our great closer K. Frequin. Today we're going to be jumping into game number 2. We're on the road again, and we will have Angel Verde, the new guy, on the mound against Lad Bradwick, the right-hander for the Blowfish, remaining with that team here in the series, making his first start in this series. He's been the number 2 pitcher for the Blowfish, I believe, since game 1, but I'm not Super Mega Baseball 1, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Anyway, here's the lineup for today's game. We're going to have Patience Evergreen leading off in left field. She DH'd in game 1. Brickhouse still bats in the second spot in center. Ducci up to the third slot. He'll be at first base today instead of at third. Batting fourth is still batting fourth is shortstop Guns Jackman. Batting fifth, dropping down from the leadoff spot, is DH Sturdy Woodman. He was at first base in the first game. Batting sixth still is second baseman Walker Runs. Batting seventh, Oakley Stiffs. He was batting third last in the first game, but he's dropped down to the 7 hole because he's tense. He's still in right field. Making his debut here in the series is third baseman Bad Hop Brown. He'll bat number 8. And batting ninth is still catcher Jermaine Rains. Let's jump into the action here. Alright, I'm liking the feel of the new club is a little bit different than what I'm normally used to playing with. Starting off with the Sandcats, we had a weaker offense than this, so we relied a lot on small ball to actually get victories. So our winning game 1 actually was a testament to what I learned to do with the early Sandcats franchise, was play small ball. And we actually have better pitching as starting pitcher-wise than we did in that series to begin with. So it was nice to go with a higher level pitcher and then go directly into a high level bullpen. It was fantastic. There was no drop off of pitching whatsoever. Alright, let's take a look at the... Actually, we don't even need to take a look at anything. We're getting ready to face Bradwick here in his first start of the season. Evergreen leads off here in left field. She went 3 for 5 on opening day. I believe she had 3 singles, if I'm not mistaken. Bradwick set, inside pitch active for Evergreen. Change up down and in, called a strike. We're underway, 0-1. Fastball up and in is high, 1-1. Inside changeup misses, 2-0 count. This will be the only time we play the Blowfish this season, as they are in the opposite division. So, one time and done. Fastball up, called a strike. 2-2 the count to Evergreen. Fastball up and in is skied to center field. That'll drop for a base hit as Evergreen catches up to that fastball and pushes it into center. 4th hit of the year for her. She's locked in now, and that'll bring up Stockton Brickhouse. 1 for 3 on opening day. I believe he also walked at some point. He has an RBI. Slider at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Fastball up and away, high, ball 1. Actually, I believe he hit a sacrifice fly now that I think about it. I don't remember him getting a walk. Anyway, 1-1 count. Swung late on the slider at the knees, 1-2 the count now. Fastball up and away, breaks his bat, but he fouls it off, still 1-2. Fastball away, Brickhouse gets under it a bit to right field. 4th back for it. He'll make the catch in front of the warning track for the first out. Now to bring up Pomtucci, the rookie first baseman. He went 1 for 4 on opening day at third base. Let's see what he does here in this game. First pitch fastball at the letters, called a strike, 0-1. Slider up and away is a sky ball to center field. Easy play for Wonga coming on. He'll make the catch, 2 down. Evergreen still at first, and that'll bring up the 4-hitter, Guns Jackman. He went 2 for 4 on opening day. Drove in a run on a single early on in that game. I think it was actually his first at-bat of the season now that I think about it. Fastball down and in, misses from Bradwick, ball 1. Fastball below the knees, 2-0 the count now. Fastball up, Guns Jackman drives that in the right center field. That'll be a base hit. Rounding second and going for third is Evergreen. Jackman caught in a pickle here. I thought we could, just a little bit more of a delay, we would have scored the run. Well, Jackman is caught down trying to advance to second, and that'll end the inning. Freebooters don't get a run. Bottom 1, Stanley, Gutterson, and Carloco do up here against Verde. Here's Elvis Stanley, the shortstop, leading off for the Blowfish. He went 1 for 5 on opening day, it looks like. take a look at the Blowfish lineup here. Stanley leads off, followed by third baseman Keg Gutterson, who's tense. Batting third is first baseman Jose Carloco. Batting fourth is the DH today, catcher Harry Backman. He's tense. Batting fifth is left fielder Marvin Steed, also tense. Batting sixth is the other catcher, Sting McGee. He's technically the backup. He's locked in. Batting seventh is playing center field today, Naru Bwanga. He's normally the right fielder. Batting eighth is second baseman Cheyenne Hill. I think it's pronounced Cheyenne, but... And then batting ninth is right fielder Rod Forth, the speedster. Not a great fielder, but he can run. We're going to have Angel Verde on the hill, the 5-pitch pitcher. I actually never got to play with Verde in this game at all. Like, he's not one of the guys I target just because he's 31 already in free agency. So it'll be interesting to see what he has. Fastball down on the first pitch, hit up the middle. It's a base hit. Well, nothing overpowering, it looks like, as Stanley is a leadoff single. He'll be on at first with one down, or none down. That'll bring up Gutterson. Third baseman's tense. He was hitless on opening day, either 0 for 4 or 0 for 5. Not too sure which. First pitch from Verde's a slider down and away. Line to right field by Gutterson, but it's right at Stiffs as he moves 2 steps to his right to put it away on the liner. One down. Now to bring up Carloco. The first baseman went 1 for 4 on opening day. Always a proverbial threat to go yard. First pitch curveball down and in. Grounded up the middle on the hit and run. Jackman, it was out of his reach as he dove. Brickhouse comes up throwing for third as the runner tries to advance. Stanley beats the throw. Runners at the corners now thanks to the hit and run. Carloco locked in now, and that'll bring up Backman. Catcher hitless on opening day. He is also tense, so he's at least 0 for 4. First pitch cutter up and in from Verde is a ball just inside, 1-0. Fastball away, called a strike on the outer third, 1-1. Slider down and in, grounded soft at the middle to Jackman. He'll flip the second one, runs back to first. It's a double play, and he gets out of the jam. Great pitching by Verde. To the second we go. 2 hits given up to the Blowfish as well, but nothing comes of it. Top 2, Woodman runs and stiffs to up here against Bradwick. Here's sturdy Woodman, who went 1 for 6 on opening day. Yeah, 1 for 6 at the top of the lineup. That's why he dropped down a bit. He's DHing today. Fastball outside for a strike, 0-1. At the knees for a strike, 0-2. Chased it up and away, Woodman down swinging, making 1 for 7. First punch out of the season for Bradwick, and that'll bring up second baseman Walker runs. 2 for 5 on opening day for the veteran second baseman. Oldest position player on the team, I should say. He's 36. Fastball up and in the first pitch. One hopper to Carloco on the backhand. He'll make the play himself. 2 down. Now to bring up right fielder Oakley Stiffs. He's tense. 1 for 6 on opening day. That's why he's dropped from the 3-hole to the 7-hole. Fastball up. Swung leap by Stiffs. 0-1. Slider down. Hard grounded to short, but it's right at Stanley. He'll make the play himself, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for Bradwick here in the second. Bottom 2, Steed, McGee, and Wonga do up here against Verde. Here's Marvin Steed, the left fielder. 10's coming into this game. He won 1 for 5 on opening day. Has power versus right-hander active here. That's probably why he's at near the middle portion of the lineup, despite being tense. First pitch slider down at the knees, dribbled in the hole to first. Ducci backhands. He'll take it to the bag himself as he wins the foot race. 1 down. That'll bring up catcher Sting McGee in the 6-hole. He's locked in. 1 for 3 on opening day with a solo home run. First pitch changeup down in the way. Dribbled up the middle. Verde reacts quickly to make the play himself. He'll throw to first. 2 down, and McGee is now back to neutral. That'll bring up Wonga. 1 for 4 on opening day. Drove in a run. Looking to keep the inning alive here in the 7-hole. First pitch slider high. Taken. Ball 1. Cutter down and away, grounded off foul. 1-1 the count now. Curveball up and in, swung through by Wonga. 1-2 the count now. Cutter down and in, swung through at strike 3. First punch out of the season and probably of the career for Angel Verde as he sets him down 1-2-3 in the second. Top 3, Brown, Rains, and Evergreen do up here against Bradwick. Head to the third, we're still scoreless. Leading off is the third baseman, Bad Hop Brown, making his series debut here for the team. He was on the bench for game 1, did not get to play. Bradwick set and fires. Changeup down and in is low and inside, 1-0. Fastball down and away, pulled to left field by Brown as he's out in front of it. Right at Steed, he'll make the play. Catch, 1 down. That'll bring up catcher Jermaine Raines, 2 for 5 on opening day at the bottom of the lineup, looking to keep his good hitting going here in the season. Fastball way high from Bradwick, taken, ball 1. Fastball up and in, 2-0 the count now to Raines. Slider up and in, caught the corner, 2-1. Slider down in the way, sky ball by Raines to shallow center, in on it Wonga. Speed gets him there easily, 2 down, and that'll bring up left fielder Patience Evergreen. Got the first hit of the game for the Freebooters here, 1 for 1. She's locked in now. 4 for 6 on the year. Fastball up and away, called a strike, 0-1. Away with the heater this time, outside, 1-1. Fastball up and in, chased high, 1-2. Slider down, popped up by Evergreen to the right of the foul line. McGee makes the catch in foul territory, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bradwick. Bottom 3, we're still scoreless. Hill 4th, and Stanley to up here against Verde. Here's Hill, 1 for 3 on opening day. Very good speed here out of the right-handed batter's box, so even if you hit it on the ground, there's no chance you're going to get her at first. Cutter misses outside from Verde, ball 1. Curveball down at the knees, line softly to center. That'll drop for a base hit as Brickhouse can't get there. That'll put Hill on to lead off the inning. That'll bring up the 9-hitter, right fielder Rod 4th, 1 for 3 on opening day for him as well. Another speedy bat here, this time out of left-handed box, so he'll get the first base quicker than Hill will. Fastball up and away, and the first pitch is outside and high, 1-0. Slider down and in from Verde, first strike, 1-1. Cutter down and away, called the balls, it's just low, 2-1. Change up and in high, ball 3, runner goes. It's going to be easy stolen base for Hill. She's in there at second. For her, it's her first stolen base attempt of the year. She's 1 for 1. 3-1 pitch here from Verde. Fastball away, caught the outer third, full count. Change up middle in, pulled foul by 4th as he stays alive. Cutter up and in, fouled off as Rod stays alive, still a full count. Slider down and away, grounded on one hopper to third. Brown fields it cleanly, he'll go to first with it, 1 down. Runner hangs on at second, and that'll bring up Stanley. Singled his first time up. 1 for 1 today. He was stranded at third base in the first inning. First pitch curveball down in the way, outside, ball 1. Fastball down and in, inside, 2-0 the count now. Slider up and in, popped up behind the mound. Verde back forward, he's calling. Makes the catch, 2 down. Makes a 2-hitter, Keg Gutterson, lined out in his first at bat. Right at the right fielder stiffs, I believe. First pitch fastball from Verde's down and in, hard ground to the first. Diving is Ducci, it's off his glove in the right field, and that will allow Hill to score from second easily. She has the speed. Infield single for Gutterson, drives in the first run. It's 1-0 Blowfish. Now to bring up first baseman Jose Carloco, 1 for 1 today with a single, who was then erased on a double play ball. First pitch slider down in the way is called strike as it catches the zone, 0-1. Cutter up and away, called a strike again as it catches the black, 0-2 the count now. Change up and in, called strike 3 as Carloco was frozen, looking fastball. He's down, looking, and that ends the inning. Second punch out for Verde, but the Blowfish take the early lead here on an RBI infield single by Keg Gutterson. 1-0 the score to the 4th. Brickhouse, Ducci, and Jackman, heart of the Freebooters lineup, due up against Bradwick. Here's Brickhouse, he's 0 for 1 today. Strike at the knees, 0-1. Check swing outside on that pitch, 1-1. Bradwick locked in now. Swung late on the inside heater, 1-2. Fastball middle in, pump. Flown out to right center field as it jams Brickhouse. 4th in the gap will put it away easily, 1 down. Gonna bring up Ducci, he's 0 for 1 today. Grounded out his first time up, I believe. Fastball away, called a strike, 0-1. Change up at the knees, swung early, 0-2. Fastball down and in, dribbled softly to short. Stanley makes the play himself, 2 down. Brings up Jackman, 1 for 1 with a single, was then thrown out trying to stretch it into a double in the first inning. 1 for 1 today. Fastball up and away, up high, nowhere near the zone, ball 1. Change up inside, ripped by Jackman, foul. 1-1 the count. Fastball up high, swung late, 1-2. Fastball up and in, popped up to the right side of the infield. Bradwick over, makes the catch on the foul line, and that's a 1-2-3 inning for him again, third in a row. Bottom four, Backman, Steed, and McGee to up here against Verde. Here's Backman, 0 for 1 today. Change up middle in on the first pitch is ripped foul by Backman as he's way early on it, 0-1. Her ball away, fouled off again, it's quickly 0-2. Slider up and away, sky ball by Backman down the left field line. That's hooking near the foul line, just out of play, foul, 0-2. Slider down and in, take it below the knees, 1-2. Fastball down in the way, fouled off by Backman as he stays alive, 1-2. Curveball up and in, pop, pulled foul by Backman, almost said Jackman. Still 1-2 count. Change it middle away, fouled back again as Backman stays alive. Fastball down and in, swung over the top of it, strike 3. Third punch up for Verde as Backman's down 0-2 for him today, and that'll bring up Steed, 0 for 1. First pitch curveball down in the way is called strike the knees, 0-1. Slider up and in, check swing again, 0-2 the count now to Steed as he's really far behind in the count. Cutter up and away, outside, just missing from Verde, 1-2, almost nicked the corner there. Fastball down and in, foul, punch foul by Steed as he chases it inside. Still 1-2, change it down and way below the knees, dribbled softly to first, Ducci fields it, he'll tap the bag himself, 2 down. Second time Steed's grounded out to first, and now we'll bring up McGee, 0 for 1, grounded back to the pitcher his first time up. First pitch cutter up and away is outside, ball 1. Fastball up and in, line hard to right center field. That'll be a gapper as no one's going to get there, and it'll roll all the way to the wall as McGee will have an easy double at least. Brickhouse gets it into the cutoff man, and McGee will hold on at second here with a 2-out double. He's back to locked in mojo, sitting at 1-2 for the day. That'll bring up Wonga 0 for 1, but he has RBI dud. So let's see if that's going to hold him back from getting the job done. Or will he rise to the occasion? First pitch cutter away, misses outside, 1-0. Change it down and in, ripped hard at the middle, diving his runs. He can't get there, that's in the right center gap. Brickhouse cuts it off, but that'll be an easy way to score for McGee, who's got a pretty good speed for a catcher. He scores on the single, and it's now 2-0 thanks to Wonga's RBI. Brings up Hill, 1 for 1 today with a single. She's also scored on an infield single. First pitch curveball down below the knees, taken, ball 1. Already starting to run into trouble here. Fastball high, 1-1. Or, sorry, 2-0. Change it down and in. Call the ball just below the knees, 3-0. Slider up and away. Hit pretty well by Hill. She wasn't sitting back on a 3-0 pitch. She drives it, but just foul off the wall out there. 3-1 pitch. Cutter down and away. Low ball 4. First walk of the day for Verde as Hill's on. Gonna bring up the 9-hitter fourth. He's 0 for 1. First pitch fastball up and away. Called a strike. 0-1 as Verde gets ahead. Curveball down and in. Grounded up the middle to short. Jackman makes the easy play to first, and that'll end the inning. But the Blowfish strike for a good number of hits, and they also get their second run on an RBI single by Naru Bwanga. To the 5th, it's 2-0 Blowfish. Woodman runs and stiffs. Square off with the locked-in Bradwick. Here's Woodman. He's 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging his first time up as he takes fastball away for a strike, 0-1. Changeup away, pulled up, popped up to the first baseman. Carloco on the edge of the outfield grass puts it away, 1 down. Next up is runs, 0 for 1 today with the ground out. Fastball up, swung late, 0-1. Slider away, sky ball to right center field. That's looking for the gap, but over for it is fourth. He puts it away, 2 down. And that'll bring up Stiffs, 0 for 1 today for the right fielder. Lined out to the fielder his first time up. Changeup inside for a strike, 0-1. Fastball up, hard grounded to first, right at Carloco, though. It's another 1-2-3 inning for Bradwick, his 4th in a row. To the 6th, it's still 0-0. Top of the Blowfish lineup due up here as Stanley leads off. He's 1 for 2. First pitch slider, middle of the plate, popped up down the right field line in foul territory. Ducci over for it. Makes the catch, 1 down, nice play. Next up is Gutterson. He singled in a run his first time up on an infield single. It's 1 for 2. Second time up, I believe. Slider down in the way, and the first pitch is called strike, 0-1. Curveball down and in, bounces in the dirt, 1-1. Fastball middle of the way, called a strike, 1-2 the count now. Tough out active here for Gutterson. Cutter up and in, high, 2-2 as it misses the zone. Change it down and in, hard grinder to short, diving is Jackman. It's just over his glove, and that's the second hit of the game for Gutterson. He's now 2 for 3, and he's back to neutral mojo with that second hit. Gonna bring up Carloco, 1 for 2 today with a single and a ground out. First pitch cutter up and in from Verde is high, ball 1. Fastball down and in, check swing, taken, 2-0. Curveball down in the way, called a strike, 2-1. Change it down in the way, called a strike again, it's 2-2 the count now. Slider up high, popped up in front of the plate, Rain's calling for it, now standing on the plate. Makes the catch for the second out as runner hangs on at first. I'll bring up Backman, he's 0 for 2. There's his fastball away, check swing for a strike, 0-1. Curveball down and in, called a strike, 0-2 quickly to count to Backman. Change it down in the way, ball below the knees as he's taking all the way. Cutter up and in, fools him as Backman swings, chasing it, and that's the 4th punch out for Verde as he gets out of the inning. Giving him another hit, but he pitches around it. Top 6, Brown, Rains, and Evergreen due up here against Bradwick, who's cruising right along with 12 consecutive batters retired. Here's Bat Out Brown, 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Or pop out, whatever happened, I don't remember. Slider up and in, called a strike to Brown, 0-1. Fastball down and in, misses, 1-1. Chased it high as Brown swings through it, 1-2. Whiffer active now for the young third baseman. Fastball up, hard grounded to first up the line, but Carloco gets to it. He'll flip to the pitcher who drops it. It's an error as Brown is still almost tagged out due to his slow speed. Bradwick drops down the neutral mojo on the error, and that'll bring up Rains, who's 0 for 1. Make Brown 0 for 2. Bradwick sets and fires. Slider up and in is a called strike to Brains, 0-1. Change up pulled fouls. Rains out in front, 0-2. Fastball up, swung and chased by Rains. Second punch out for Bradwick today. 1 down, and that'll bring up Evergreen. Popped up her last time up. She was also singled, 1 for 2 today. Fastball at their letters for a strike, 0-1. Fastball down, called a strike. It's 0-2 now as Bradwick's ahead. Slider middle of the plate. Evergreen drives it deep to center field. Wonga giving chase back to the warning track. Makes the catch in front of the wall for the second out as Brown has to retreat to first. It looked good off the bat. It sounded good, but Wonga tracks it down. 2 down for Brickhouse. He's flown out twice. 0 for 2 day. Change up down in the way. Outside. Ball 1. Change up middle of the plate. Ripped foul by Brickhouse as he's early on it. 1-1. Fastball up and in, taken, 2-1 the count to Brickhouse. High fastball, 3-1 the count now. Fastball up, swung late, full count. Runner goes. Hit and run, up the first base line. Carloco fields it, flips to Bradwick, who makes the catch this time to make up for his error as they get out of the inning. Error ends up not hurting anybody as the Freebooters still sitting on only 2 hits here through 6 innings. Bottom 6, Steed, McGee, and Wonga do up here against Verdi, and what will probably be his last inning of work, depending on how many pitches he's thrown. Steed's 0 for 2 today as he's still tense out there. First pitch curveball down and in. Taken below the knees, just barely, 1-0. Fastball up and away, called a strike, 1-1. Change up and in, called a strike, 1-2 the count now as Steed's falling behind here. Slider down and away, dribbled back to the mound, off of Verde's glove as he cannot handle it. That is a base hit as Steed reaches 1 for 3 now, and that'll bring up McGee. 1 for 2 day with a double. First pitch slider down and in. Dribbled back to the mound. Verde picks it off this time as he fires to second. Runs to first. Just late. It's a fielder's choice as McGee is now neutral. Now to bring up Wonga. 1 for 2. Drove in a run his last time up as he singled in McGee. First pitch cutter up and away. Line deep to left center field. Evergreen back at the wall. Leaps. It's gone as it hits the bullpen railing behind her head. First homer of the game season for Narub Wonga. It's his second and third RBIs of the game as he puts the Blowfish up ahead 4-0, and he's now locked in. Verde got burned on that one, and now to bring up Hill. 1 for 1 today. Single and a walk. Verde now tense. First pitch slider down and away. Popped up by Hill down the right field line as Stiffs patrols over near the line. Puts it away for the second out. Now to bring up fourth. 0 for 2 day for him at the bottom of the lineup. First pitch change it down and away. Is a called strike at the knees. 0-1. Verde back to neutral after he gets that first pitch out on whoever it was. As a called strike at the letters. 0-2. I believe it was Hill. Looking to put him away now. Verde's slider down and in is breaking inside. Too far. 1-2. Curve up and away to fourth. He skies it down the right field line. That's going to hook into the seats though. 1-2 still to count. Cutter down and in the dirt. 2-2. Fastball down and away. Dribbled to the right of the mound. Verde off in bare hands. He fires to first in time to retire the speedster fourth, and he gets through the inning. But he gives up 2 more runs on a 2-run homer by Narub Wonga. Blowfish now have a 4-0 lead here as we head to the 7th. Middle of the lineup due up to Chi, Jackman, and Woodman against the tiring Bradwick, who's up over 60 pitches.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pump Ducey.
Here's Ducey. 0 for 2 day for the rookie first baseman. Fastball in the middle of the plate for a strike, 0-1. Chased it up as it's lined softly to Bradwick, who makes the catch easily, 1 down. Next up is Jackman, 1 for 2 today with the single. He's also grounded out. Fastball down below the knees, ball 1. Fastball down, he guesses correctly, and that's a punched hit up the middle for a base hit. Second of the game for Jackman. He's now 2 for 3. And this time he won't get thrown out going for second. Next up is Woodman. He's 0 for 2 today. Struck out and pop out for the first base DH. First pitch to him is a changeup down and in, missing, ball 1. Fastball up and in, high, 2-0. Fastball middle of the plate, line to center field, base hit for Woodman. He's now 1 for 3 as that puts 2 on now for the Freebooters with only 1 out. Tying run now in the on-deck circle. Coming to bat is the second baseman, Walker Runs, who's 0 for 2. Grounded out and flown out. Bradwick sets and fires. Runs swings under the fastball high, 0-1. Fastball middle of the plate. He drives it deep to right center field. Can that get down? No, it won't as Wonga uses his speed to run it down in the gap as another extra base hit is robbed from us. 2 down now as that'll bring up Stiffs. 0 for 2 day for the right fielder. Still looking to get out of his tense mojo as he's grounded out and lined out. Change up in the dirt, taken, ball 1. Fastball middle of the plate. That's lined to right field. That will get past the sliding force glove as he really badly mistimed that play, and that will be 2 runs at least. Stiffs heading for third now. So he rounds second. Stanley just now getting the ball in. It's a 2-out triple for Stiffs as both runners score. 4-2 now as we've cut the lead in half. Now to bring up the third baseman, Bad Hop Brown, who reached base via an error his last time up. He's also grounded out. Or did he ground out or fly out? Maybe he popped out. Anyway, 0 for 2 day for Brown. Slider at the letters for a strike, 0-1. Fastball middle in, grounded softly to short. Stanley should make the easy play on him, and he does. Brown now 0 for 3. But the Freebooters strike for a 2-run triple off the bat of Oakley Stiffs. We cut the lead in half now. It's 4-2. Bottom of the 7th. Stanley, Gutterson, and Carloco do up here against Verde. Stanley's 1 for 3 today with a single as Verde's done after 6 innings of work, giving up 9 hits, 4 earned runs, a walk, and I believe 4 strikeouts. Coming in to relieve him, making their appearance on the season, is going to be veteran right-hander Steamboat Wissell. The 41-year-old pitcher is the oldest man on the roster as he comes out of the pen. Great velocity and junk on this man. He just doesn't have great accuracy to go with it, but he does get K-man, so that's what makes him such an effective pitcher. First pitch 2-seamer middle of the plate. Driven deep to center field. Brickhouse near the wall. Calling for it on the warning track. Now in a step, makes the catch. 1 down, 1 pitch out. Gutterson, 2 for 3 day for him. He's singled twice, also driving in a run. First pitch 4-seamer down and in. Dribbled up the middle. third hit of the game for Gutterson as it's past the diving Jackman. He's 3 for 4 now. Puts him on at first with 1 down for Carloco, who's 1 for 3 with a single. Two-seamer up and away from Wissell, outside, ball 1. Fastball up high, one hopper to second, runs, fields it cleanly, flips the second one, Jackman to first. It's a double play, and Wissell gets around the base runner. 1 hit for the Blowfish, but it's erased on a double play ball. Top 8 we go. Rains, Evergreen, and Brickhouse due up here against Bradwick as we're behind 4-2. Rains 0 for 2 today at the bottom of the lineup here in the catching position. Carloco will exit as Pumper and Lumpkins will come on to play first base, a defensive upgrade, and that's the only change. Bradwick stays out there to start the 8th as the changeups up and in to Rains, ball 1, nowhere into the zone. Fastball in there down the middle, 1-1. Fastball up, line softly to center field. That's going to bloop in there for a base hit as Rains has his first hit of the game. He's now 1 for 3. Puts him on at first with 1 down, and that'll bring up the left fielder Evergreen. She's 1 for 3 today with a single. Grown out and flown out. Changeup inside, missing from Bradwick, ball 1. Slider middle of the plate, hard grounder to second, but it's right at Hill. Flip to second 1. Stanley to first, it's a double play. Just like that, the run is erased. Brings up Brickhouse, 0 for 3 day for him. Fastball up high from Bradwick, misses, ball 1. Changeup down, line to center field, base hit for Brickhouse, his first of the day. He's now 1 for 4. Puts him on at first here with 2 down to extend the inning. Ducci up now, he's the tying run as the rookie first baseman's 0 for 3 today. Bradwick stays out there to try and retire him as it's a righty-righty matchup. First pitch fastball, check swing high as Ducci holds off, ball 1. Inside heater misses, 2-0 the count. Fastball up, fouled off by Ducci as he's late, 2-1. Fast changeup down and in is skied to left center field. Over for Wonga in the gap. He'll run it down, and that ends the inning. Freebooters get 2 hits, but a double play ball and a timely fly out, and the threat. Bottom 8, Backman, Steed, and McGee do up here against Wissell in his second inning of work as he only threw 4 pitches in the first one. Backman's 0 for 3 today, still looking for his first hit of the contest. First pitch curveball down and in from Wissell. Breaks too far inside and low. Ball 1. Two-seamer up and in. Called a ball. 2-0. Four-seamer down in the way. Low. Ball 3 as it's a 3-0 count from Wissell. Curveball down in the way. Called a strike at the knees. 3-1. Two-seamer up and in. Called a strike. It's now a full count to Backman. K-man activates for Wissell. Fastball down below the knees. Fouled off as he stays alive. Curveball up and away, fouled off, still a full count. Two-seamer middle in, fouled off, still a full count as Wissell's being worked over here by Backman. Four-seamer down in the way, swung through it, strike 3, second punch out of the game for Backman, first for Wissell out of the pen on the season. 1 down, and that'll bring up Steed, who's 1 for 3 today with a single. First pitch two-seamer outside and low, ball 1. Four-seamer down the middle of the zone as it's hit up the middle by Steed. I believe that's his second hit of the game, possibly first. I'm not too sure. He'll be on at first nevertheless, and that'll bring up Sting McGee, who's 1 for 3 today with the double. First pitch curveball up in the zone, called a ball, called a strike actually. Throw down as late as Steed steals second. For Marvin, that is his second stolen base attempt of the year. He is now 1 for 2 as he was caught stealing on opening day. He's in scoring position now as Wissell's ahead 0-1 in the count here to McGee. Fastball inside, missing, 1-1. Curveball down in the way, called a ball, low, 2-1. Two-seamer middle in, McGee lines at the first, right at McGee. Ducci who puts it away, 2 down. And that'll bring up Wonga, 2 for 3 day. He's homered, driving in 2, and single driving in 1. He's got 3 of the 4 Blowfish runs batted in. RBI dot activated again. That didn't stop him last time. It's the first pitch, 2 steamers outside and away. Ball 1. Curveball down at the knees. Hard ground in the hole to second. Runs over. Dives. It's off his glove into right field. It'll be another RBI for Wonga as the run scores from second. 5-2 the score. Go bloody figure. Next up, Hill. 1 for 2 today with a single and a walk. Four-seamer up and away to her. Is popped up on the right side of the infield. Ducci over. Makes the catch on the dirt, and that ends the inning. But the Freebooters give up another run on an RBI 2-out single, infield style by Naru Bwanga the speedster. 5-2 to the ninth as the Bluefish have a 3-run lead. Jackman, Woodman, and runs due up here. Jackman is 2 for 3 today in the 4-hole, looking to continue his hot hitting. Bradwick will stay out there to start the ninth. Looks like they might give him the opportunity to go for a complete game. First pitch changeup, called a strike to the knees, 0-1. Fastball up, line to right center field, over the leaping Hills glove. That's going to be in the gap. Fourth takes a bad path to it as it gets by him. That'll allow Jackman to lead off the inning with the double. Had they not scored a run last inning, we would have the tying run coming to the plate. Instead, it's still in the on-deck circle, and here's Woodman, 1 for 3 today with the single. Bradwick stays out there still despite giving up his 8th hit and being up at 90 pitches. Fastball up and in at the letters for a strike, 0-1. Away with the heater, 1-1. The count now to Woodman. Slider down below the knees, dribbled to second on the ground. Hill makes the play at first, 1 down. Runner to third, though. That'll bring up runs, 0 for 3 day for the second baseman. Bradwick staying out there again to face him. Change up down and in for a strike as he caught the corner, 0-1. Fastball up and in, misses, ball 1. Change it down and in, runs, drives it to leap to left field, but he pulls it foul, 1-2. A little early on that one. Slider middle of the plate, ripped hard to the left side, past the diving Gutterson into left field. It's a base hit for runs, and that'll bring the tying run to the plate as Jackman comes in to score from third. 5-3 now, and that'll bring up Stiffs. Tripled in 2 runs his last time up. Let's see what he does here. Bradwick done now after 8 1/3 innings, giving up 3 runs. He's responsible for the runner at first. Will leave with at least a no decision and quite possibly a win. 9 hits given up with 3 earned runs and 2 strikeouts. Coming into pitch is long reliever Jeffrey Jenkins, who made a debut in the first game of the season. Let's see how he did. In his appearance on opening day, Jenkins took the loss. He has a 6.75 ERA with a 150 whip. He's given up 1 earned run in 1 1/3 innings pitched, surrendering 1 hit with 1 walk. He's also struck out a batter, and he's batting average against of 200. So Jenkins is already responsible for a loss. Will he blow it here? We'll see. Stiff's ready, and Jenkins set. Fastball at the knees for a strike on the 2-seamer, 0-1. Fastball up and away, high, ball 1. Fastball up and in, misses high, 2-1 the count out from Jenkins. 2-seamer down and in, sky ball to left center field. That's pretty shallow. Steed on his horse, though, which is ironic because his last name is Steed. He makes the catch, 2 down, and last chance is Bad Hop Brown. Young third baseman's 0 for 3 today. He's looking for his first hit of the season. Change up and in, 2-seamer up and in, misses. Ball 1 to Brown. Fastball inside, misses, 2-0 the count. Fastball up and away, high, ball 3 as Brown's in the driver's seat here. Fastball called a strike to the knees, 3-1. Fastball up, fouled off. Brown's now got whiffer activated. Full count now, runner will go. Fastball up, ripped to left field. That's the first hit of the year for Bad Hop Brown as he gets on with a 2-out single. That'll bring the go-ahead run to the plate. In Jermaine Raines, the catcher. Singled his last time up, he's 1 for 3. Going to pinch run out here for Brown as he does not run particularly well. Then again, no one on this team does, as Kenna Korn will come in. Who goes to third then? Hold up. Let me figure this out. Runs could go to third. So could Ducci. Okay. I see it. I think I see it. I could have Korn come on to run. Yeah, because she's got the best speed off the bench, so she'll come on. And then we'll let Raines hit. Backstop is technically the better hitter, but he can't field as well as Raines. What am I going to do? I think we're going to take the chance here. We're going to let Raines hit. Okay. Jermaine Raines, pinch runner at first is Kenna Korn, so our best speed off the bench is in there. Extra base hit might score her. It's all on Jermaine. He singled his last time up. He's 1 for 3 today. Jenkins has given up a hit and a ground out. First pitch slider down and in, misses, ball 1. Fastball up and away, called a strike, 1-1 the count to Raines. Fastball drifts high and away, 2-1. Fastball away, hard grounded to second, but it's one hop to Hill, who was holding the runner, and that ends the inning. Freebooters dropped the second game of the year, 5-3, your final. It was close. We managed to rally back and cut the deficit, but just couldn't close it. Fell behind a little bit too far there in the sixth, and we just couldn't bounce back in time. 5-3 your final. Good pitcher's duel once again. 12 hits given up by the Blowfish. 10 to the Freebooters. One error committed by the Blowfish. I believe that was on their pitcher, Bradwick. Other than that, take a look at the box scores here on the batting side. Ducci was hitless in the 3-hole for 4. Other than that, everyone else got at least 1 hit. 2 RBI day for Stiffs. He had a 2 RBI triple. Runs had an RBI single. Other than that, nothing much happened. Jackman had a good day, 3 for 4. On the other side, Gutterson, a 3-hit day. He drove in a run on a single. 2-hit day for Steed. Narubwanga was the star of the show, 3 for 4 day. He had a 2-run homer. He drove in 2 more runs on 2 singles, so kind of hard to argue. He's the player of the game. Fourth was hitless at the bottom of the lineup, so was Backman there in the 4-hole. Pitching lines, Verde takes the loss, 6 innings, 9 hits, giving up 4 earned runs, 1 walk. One of those hits was a homer. He also struck out 4. He falls to 0-1. Wassell, 2 innings out of the pen. He gives up 1 earned run on 3 hits with a strikeout. And then on the other side, Bradwick goes 8 in the 3rd innings. He gives up 9 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 strikeouts. He gets the win. He's 1-0. Jenkins comes out of the pen to get the 2-out save, 1 hit given up. He's now 0-1 with 1 save. First career save of his year. His first career save, actually, because he's a new player introduced in this game. It's good for him. Wanga, of course, player of the game, as we all knew. He's 3 for 4, 2 singles, a homer, 4 RBIs. Can't argue with that. Bradwick, the runner-up, with his great pitching performance. 8 in the 3rd innings, 9 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 strikeouts. And then Guns Jackman's your 3rd-place finisher. He went 3 for 4 with a double, 2 singles, and 2 runs scored. Tough offensive day for us, but pitching day we went well, so... Yeah, I think the offense might be our weak point this season. If it has games like this, it's going to be a long year, because if we don't hold the opposing batter scoreless or like 1 or 2 runs maximum, we're probably going to lose 90% of our games because we don't have a great offense. 1 game to sim here, so let's just get through that one quickly. I believe the Moose are playing. They're still undefeated. No, it's actually the Heaters and B-Wolves, my bad. 1-1 teams matchup. And the franchise Freebooters, the Heaters expansion team, wins 2-1, or improving to 2-1. I think they won like 10-5 or something. Good day for them. All right, next episode, we are going to be taking on the division rival Moose, who are undefeated at 2-0 on the season. They'll have rookie Sancha Silvio on the hill, and we will have Lana Rhymes, the veteran, on the hill. Pitching matchup favors Silvio, unfortunately. Rhymes is only a C+. I believe Silvio is a B or a B-. And Moose have a very explosive powerhouse offense. They're all power. They have no contact, no speed. Defense is better than ours, though. But they're all power. That's basically what they do. They drop bombs for a living. And they also have a very solid pitching staff, so it's going to be a tough matchup for us next game. There's a look around the league, see if anyone was signed. Sturdy Woodman, +3 arm. Doesn't do me any good. He's a first baseman, but all right. Bobby Ocean signs to the Wide Loads, replacing Olaf Bierson, so the young outfielder has been released. It's possible. It's possible. Keep that in mind. I mean, Evergreen is in her 30s already, so keep that in mind. Alejandro Bullock signs to the Sandcats, replacing reliever Gemma Yago, so they get a high-level reliever there with some of their cap that they have lying around. Ken Ratherswell gets +1 junk. He hasn't even pitched yet this season. Rocky Backstop, +1 speed. He hasn't even played a game yet. He's actually going to make his debut next episode because I'm going to have to let Reigns rest. Alright, that's all we got. Let's look at these development options to see which one I like the most. Alright, so we can't afford this one for Evergreen. We're not going to be able to let it expire. These 3 were this one, and this one were the ones I was looking at. Don't like this one for Woodman, and I don't like this one for Noel, so those 3 are out. So we have 83%, 68, and 42. Lana Rhyme, that is a very good upgrade to try and get K-Man for her, but she is 32. So she's the oldest of the 3 looking to be upgraded. We could upgrade Lupinovich, who's already a pretty decent reliever, make her even better. Or we could upgrade Brickhouse, get his speed and arm up out there in center. I think we're going to do probably Brick Houses here because it's the cheapest, and because he plays every day, whereas Lupinovic comes out of the game bullpen, what, every 2 or 3 games? So I think it makes most sense to upgrade the guy who's going to play the most, which is Brick House in this situation. So we're going to get this speed and arm upgrade for him in center. He gets +2 speed. All right, that's fine. +1 arm. He's now over 50 and 55 in those categories, respectively. So getting a little bit better there, and let's set the lineup here and call it a day. It was very quick. That was a very quick game. That flew by. It's only been 45 minutes. Generally, I'm averaging about an hour on these episodes. All right, so got another righty on the mound. We're going to let Backstop get the start here of the day. Brown staying in. Okay, got a hit. Ducci hit this last game, but he's no longer tense, so that's good. We got Rocker Run still in there. Woodman, Jackman. It's basically the same lineup as last game, just Backstop in for Reigns. That's the only difference. Okay, I guess we'll stick with it. And Stiffs just moves from 7 to 3, replacing Ducci. They just swap places. Okay, I can swing that. Alrighty, guys, that'll do it for this episode. Tough loss for us, but it was a very competitive game nevertheless. I hope you were entertained. We are now 1-1 as we look to face our second division rival. We'll be facing the 2-0 Moose next time out in our first home game of the season behind veteran Lana Rhymes. Until then, this is the Nasty One, signing off.